it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a first impressions on the L'Oreal Total Cover Infallible Foundation. I picked up mine in the shade 302 and L'Oreal claims this is supposed to be a full cover foundation, hence the name, Infallible Total Cover and everything. And then according to the bottle, I'm just going to read some information off of there. It's supposed to be a weightless full coverage kind of foundation. The finish is supposed to be natural. The wear is supposed to be up to 24 hours. I will not be testing this out for 24 hours, but we will see how it is for 10 to 12 hours. The coverage is supposed to be high/complete coverage, and the texture is supposed to be air light. And literally it says you can use anywhere, face, neck, arms, and legs to cover imperfections and even skin tone. That's interesting. And mine is in the color Creamy Natural. I did order this off of Ulta online, so it's a little risky, so hopefully this will match me. And this retails for $12.99 at Ulta, and I believe it's $10.99 at Target. I'm not sure how much it is at the other drugstores, but it kind of ranges from $10 to $13. So yeah, I'm just gonna read the claims off of Ulta's website and see what they say about this foundation. Get up to 24 hours of full coverage with a lightly feel and a natural finish. L'Oreal's Infallible Total Cover blends instantly to cover dark spots, blemishes, scars, and hyperpigmentation. For a flawless complexion, the foundation is formulated with high load pigments for full coverage and enriched with algae. Don't know what that is. The formula glides on and feels fresh all day. It will create the perfect canvas for flawless application. The benefits are that it's supposed to last up to 24 hours coverage. I won't be wearing this for 24 hours like I said, but that's cool. And then it's supposed to have weightless feel and has a new pro look of one long wear. They recommend you buff into the skin with the Infallible Blend Artist, which I did pick up, and I will be using that with this foundation, at least on half of my face. So I also have their L'Oreal Infallible Blend Artist, and this is just supposed to deliver more control, provide even and easy application, and be used all over the face. I might make a video separately on this blender and see if it compares to my beauty blender, but for the sake of this video, this is their Blend Artist blender. This is the foundation blender. They also have a concealer blender and a contour blender, but I didn't pick those up because I just figured I wouldn't really use those. I don't know. And this is it dry, and I'm gonna go wet it and we're gonna see the difference. So this is what it looks wet. It's a little stiffer, but I still like feeling of it and stuff. The beauty blender I have is somewhat stiff but somewhat not. Okay, so expanded quite a bit and everything. This is what it's looking like. Expanded quite a bit, and now it still has its stiffness to it, but it's not entirely stiff. It's more flexible, more bouncy, and I could see how this would apply foundation great. It's one of those blenders that's not like the beauty blender looks. It looks like a little teardrop, and this one kind of has like that divot in the center, so it's kind of like, I don't even know how to describe that, but it's like this and everything. This is very flexible. I feel like this is going to apply the foundation very well, so I will be using that on one side of my face. And then on the right side of my face, I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics 116 brush, which is basically just a flat top brush. So for packaging, I really like the packaging. I think it looks very sleek. This isn't the actual, like, this is just painted on, like the coloring of the foundation you can't see through, which is kind of annoying when you're trying to pick out a foundation. We're gonna see, and I like how it has that applicator. It seems more precise. Oh, this should match. It's very thick, like very thick. Like look at that. That could cover a lot. Yes, it's very thick, but I'm just gonna go ahead and dab my beauty blender like I normally would, and we're gonna apply this. And I'm just gonna do one side of my face first to kind of see like how it applies, and then I will do the other side. Okay, so far, this is blending out very well. This is matching me very well. I'm really liking how it's applying. I think this is full coverage for sure. I didn't even have to apply on that much, and it's already like sinking in. And so far liking this more than the beauty blender because it is a tad bit stiffer, but it's not like entirely stiff, which is what I like. And yeah, definitely that will be enough to cover that side of my face. Just go away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. But yeah, I'm loving the sponge. I'm I'm kind of curious how it's going to compare to the other side. And I'm glad the drugstore is coming out with more sponges because it gives you like an alternative. Okay, so this is what this side of my face looks like. I feel like it just covered very well. Of course, I have a couple more spots where I have to cover this up, but so far so good. It's covering pretty well, and I'd call that maybe one layer. I need to put on a little bit more, but so far covering pretty well. So I'm gonna just leave that alone, and I'm gonna try it on the other side with my brush. I'm just gonna use what's left on my thing. So let's go. Okay, so that was about the same layer. I do think the blender applied better, and it's kind of looking patchy in certain spots where I have a lot of scarring. So I'm going to try to go over that again and get that full coverage, but I'm thinking it's looking better on this side of my face.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And
okay, so that's a good, like, I'd say like it's a good 2 to 3 layers. And I do really like it. I do like how it looks. It kind of like, in spots it does look weird and everything. Like it doesn't look as smoothing as most of my foundations do. I feel like some foundations are very smoothing and everything. And yeah, I know this hasn't got the best of reviews or anything like that. And I forgot to mention what primers I use. So I use the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer to moisturize and everything. I really like this because it's very lightweight and it does prime as well, but I do like to use another primer over that, and that is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer in Light, and this is just supposed to be very mattifying, and it increases your wear for it, and it smooths out fine lines and pores, which I don't know if I'm experiencing anything like that, but I still like to use that. And I think it does look good. Not as smoothing as most foundations I use, but I can always smooth out with powder and stuff, and with my rest of my makeup it'll probably look better. That's how it is usually with foundations. So I'm going to give you a quick close-up, and then I'm going to go on and do the rest of my face makeup. Right now it is 10:03, so we're just going to call the start time 10 o'clock. So here are your close-ups.
we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Okay, so it's about 45 minutes later and I finally finished my makeup. I kind of took my time and everything just because that's just how I am. I take my time. Just because like when I have the time, I take the time kind of thing. So I'm actually really liking this foundation so far. I would kind of give it like maybe an 8 so far because I don't know. It's not like my favorite, but I am really liking it. Like it's pretty close to a 10, but I'm going to give it an 8 and everything. I like how everything blended, so that might bump it up a little bit. I really like how my blush applied and how my highlight applied and how I put on a little bit of bronzer just to see how it applied with this foundation. That after I applied the foundation, it did dry generally fast, but not too fast where you weren't able to apply like anything. Like it didn't dry so fast where I was like, I haven't even let it dry and I found a full coat and it's already dry kind of thing. It like applied very smoothly, and I felt, and like after I applied my foundation with no powder on, I felt dry already, and my face smelled so smooth, and like I'm feeling my face right now and it's so smooth and everything's kind of dry, but it's not like so matte where it's not comfortable. But I'm really liking how it's looking. In this mirror it looks weird, but like in every other mirror it looks pretty normal, and I feel like this isn't a good representation of it. Hopefully it shows it well on camera, but I do really like it. I'm giving it a good old 8. Like I said, start time is going to be about 10 o'clock, so I will check in with you in about an hour, but this is what we're looking looking like. Here's another close-up view. And then I'm also going to share like what I used on my face. So the concealer I used is Tarte Shape Tape. It was my favorite concealer. I love this concealer. It just blends beautifully and I really love it. I used it on under my eyes and on the center of my face and I really like that. Then I set my under eyes with my Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. This is just a translucent. I set it over my face, but I also used a color powder over it just to smooth everything out. And this is the Bare Minerals Blemish Ready. And this is in Clearly Pearl 2. I really like this powder. It's really good. It's just a nice like loose powder, but it just applies very great. Then for blush, I used my Cheekathon palette and I mixed Coralista with Dandelion blush, and I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been mixing those two. Then for highlight, I took this Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights highlighter palette thing and I used the colors Starlight, Sunlight, and Starlight, which is the gold and the champagne like light color. I love these highlights and I kind of lightly highlighted. And then for bronzer, I did use the Cheekathon palette again and I used Dallas and Hoola and I kind of mixed these, and I didn't apply a ton of bronzer. I just kind of applied it to my neck and on my jawline, cheekbones, and a little bit on the sides of my nose and everything, just to see like how it applied with this foundation. I wanted to see like if it looked patchy or how it looked. Then on my eyes, I used my Too Faced Bonbons palette and I love this palette. It just looks like this. It's a really pretty palette and I haven't used this one in a while, but I really love it and I love the packaging. And then for mascara, I used my Dior Show mascara. This is just the Dior Show mascara. I really like this. The one looks like this and everything. And then I also used my Mally Volumizing Mascara for my bottom lashes. Used the Maybelline Lasting Drama Nude Eyeliner for the waterline. I used the Gimme Brow in shade 5 with the Cella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Pencil. Really like that I got these. This is a full size, but I got the eyebrow pencil in a Birchbox. And then for my lips, I used the Marc Jacobs lipstick, and this is in the shade Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. This is the 2016 Sephora birthday gift. And I really like this lipstick. I haven't used it in a while, but I do really like it. So yeah, really liking how it's applied. It looks really nice and everything. And yeah, I'm gonna check back in with you probably in an hour and then a couple hours, and I'm just going to kind of just like update you how it's going and everything like that. I'm not really gonna be doing much today. I'm just gonna be doing a little bit of work, and then I'm also gonna be editing, of course, and I want to film a room tour today. So hopefully in a couple weeks you will see a room tour. I'm working on it. So yeah, liking the foundation so far. I will check back in with you in about an hour. Okay, so it's about 11:30, so the foundation has been on for a little over an hour, like an hour and a half more like. Nothing has really changed since I finished my makeup. It still looks really nice and it's still looking fresh, of course, but I didn't want to update how it kind of has worn in an hour. I feel like it just looks very like flawless and everything, and I really like it. I'm looking at my mirror that's over there because I feel like it looks really good in there. Like my blush looks good, my highlight looks good, nothing has really been patchy on my face, and it's not dry. It does feel just very like normal, but I do really like it. I like this shade match. I like everything about it so far. I'm thinking it's looking very nice. It's looking very nice and I like it with the rest of my makeup. So this is how it's wearing for the last hour and everything, and I'm liking it so far. So I'll probably update you within the 3-hour mark, 5-hour mark, and then at the end of the night I just want to quickly come here and tell you like how I'm liking it. So yeah. So this is gonna be my second check-in. Foundation has been on for 6 hours. It is about 4 o'clock right now and it's looking still pretty good. It might have like faded and become less normal, trying to get the lighting to not be so weird. And some spots you might be able to see things more, especially on the side, but I can work with like primers and stuff like that like when I use it again. But it's still looking pretty good. You see my blush, you can see my highlight. I'm not really oily, like I'm looking more radiant, if that makes any sense, and stuff. And I'm trying to show you a good view and like the good window and everything. I like everything. I still like, I love how it looks and everything. This side always looks weird because it is more like broken out, and if my skin isn't like so, like if my skin's clear clear, like it will look more normal. But in natural lighting, I really like how it looks. When you get in weird lighting, like sometimes it doesn't look as good. Since I'm in front of a big window, it looks better. If I'm in front of a smaller window and you don't have as much light, it looks kind of weird and patchy, but here it looks pretty smooth. Nothing has really changed. It's kind of how it is. The blush might have worn off more on this side, but that's just how it is and everything. And yeah, I'm thinking that everything's looking good. I still like it. My skin's still smooth. I don't feel dry. Like around my nose I do a tiny bit, but not really dry. Like I'm feeling very nice. Finish is naturally acclaimed and everything, and I'm liking it so far. So I'll probably check in with you in a couple hours or at the end of the night. I'm not really sure, but I don't think much is gonna change. If anything, maybe a little bit, but we will see. Okay, so I'm in the weirdest position on my bed, but we're gonna work with it. It's 7:47, so I've had this on for about 10 hours, almost 10 hours. It'll be 10 hours at 8, so we're just gonna call the last check-in. So I've had this on for like 10 hours, which I feel like is a good wear time. 10 to 12 is what I usually aim for, and sometimes I don't always get that, but today we got there. So everything looks pretty nice. I'm looking a little bit oily, like on my T-zone, like on right here. So like on my forehead, center of my face area, a little bit on my nose, and of course where my highlight is, and that's faded also a little bit, and my blush is faded, but everything still looks pretty good, and I really like everything. It doesn't look patchy, and I don't look dry at all. I know some people have complained about dryness, but I don't really see any dryness or anything, and the makeup still looks good. Even my eyes look really good, even though it's not like part of this like whole thing, and everything, it looks good pretty much everywhere. I'm not like complaining at all. Like I think it looks decently good. It's probably not my favorite one I've ever used, but pretty nice, so I'd probably give it a thumbs up. I would give this a solid 9. It's not perfect, but it's not awful like a lot of people have said and everything. My opinion is I really like it. It has lasted all day, and it kind of makes me think of how like 24 hours wear, but who wears makeup for 24 hours on unless you're like a superhero or something, like really. And then yeah, so pros, I liked how thick it was because you can apply a good layer and everything. I feel like that helps you apply a good nice layer, and you don't need as much is what I'm trying to say. And then I liked like how it applied it with that blender sponge from L'Oreal. That was amazing. I don't know, I can't think of anything else. I just liked how it applied, how it blended. I liked the whole color that I chose. I liked the color. I thought it was very nice for my skin tone. Good match. And I think they have a good, decent shade range. I'm not actually sure what shade range it is, but I did think it was nice. And I don't really have many complaints. Like I really don't. Like I liked the thickness. Like some people might, but I did. I didn't think it made me dry, so I would give it a good thumbs up. I don't really have any cons. I really don't. Like I like the squeeze tube. I like the packaging. I like how it blends. I like how it applies. It looks a little patchy for me, at least with a brush, but I don't really have any complaints with it. I can't think of anything, but maybe I'll think of more things as I try it out. I'm gonna try it out like all week, and then I'll have another first impression that I film next week. So yeah, after this one, I do really like it. It looks nice, and I love how it looks, especially at the end of the day. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this first impression kind of video. This one went very well, which I'm very happy with. If you like it too, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you've tried this. Let me know your thoughts, skin type, all that kind of stuff, and please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos every week, beauty and lifestyle kind of videos. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.